been very good pushing back against the Communist China and Chinese Party's efforts to acquire land in your state. Tell me what's at stake.
Well, we've been fighting to make sure that China can't own our property, but that's just based on the knowledge that the last 30 years I've worked in policy. I've seen them buy up our fertilizer companies. I saw China buy up chemical companies. They own our processing systems for our food supply. Very concerned that if they buy the land, they will complete that cycle. And when they control our food, they will control us. Now, remember everything that China does every day to undermine America. They manipulate their currency. They steal our IP. I believe they're using the southern border to get people into this country to collect data and to spy on us. They're not just using balloons. They're using every tool that they have. And that's the people of the CCP that are in here gathering information in our communities that they will use against us.
Aila, I take it you agree with her.
Absolutely. Well, the problem here is that if you look at all of the acquisitions of land and properties, you found CCP actions to be very precise. They went to control your food supply chain. They went to control your battery factory plants, and they also go after your chemical suppliers and chemical businesses. And these were not just accidentally acquisitions from businessmen in China, right? These are very strategically planned to manipulate and to infiltrate CCP's power into different industries.
Aila, are there any American companies that own farmland in China, meat processing plants in China, chemical plants in China, critical infrastructure, part suppliers? Are we supplying their critical infrastructure with parts? Any American companies doing this in China?
No, absolutely not. And in fact, that Grant, a small tip here that if there are critical, even with farmlands, if there are farmlands with great qualities and great, and quality of lands and great weathers, most of these land was actually controlled by the Chinese Communist Party itself. So even with farmers in China, they will not be able to obtain, the lands themselves because it was all CCP state controlled, let alone business.